Hey YouTube, Elite Legionario here. Today I'll be bringing you another 5-player free-for-all. This time I'll be on the Illyrian Valley map and I'm in command of Germania. My opponents are Hitler, who is in command of the Scipii. Don't understand why people call themselves stuff like that. Constantine, he is in one of my other ones, a couple of my other ones. He'll be in command of the Seleucid Empire. And the Julli player is Gen Down W Caesar LDR of SOA clan. I think I'm not sure, all these clan tags confuse me. And I know he's here somewhere. Hidden somewhere in this forest. Can't even see his general unit. Where is he? Here he goes. Here he is. Dihomag again, who's in command of Macedon. So my army consists of... This is what I usually call my Germania anti-urban army. I saw Rome there and I suspected urbans would be a factor. But this player's gone with a very big, very non-upgraded army. But he's got a lot of urbans. I'll outline it in a minute after I outline mine. So I have two berserkers, which are bronze I think. I've fought 4 gold Gothic cavalry, a naked fanatic as a peeler shield. I think that's 5 gold attack and 1 experience. Chosen axeman. So I'm going to go into the forest. That's where I figure I'll do the best. This guy's got a lot of non-upgraded men, but there's a lot of them, plus they're supported by a lot of first cohorts, which will make these urbans, even with their ridiculous morale, much more ridiculously powerful. So I'll show you how powerful urbans are in a minute when they go up against me. Even without their upgrades, you'll see just how good they are. His army consists obviously of 5 urbans, obviously, non-upgrades, and 5 first cohorts. Actually, no, it looks like more than 5. I think he's broken CWB. I think it was 7. Oh well. And about 4 legionary first cohorts. So he's got a lot of moral boosting and a lot of infantry here. He's also got 3 triarii and he's got a few Praetorian cav, but none of his forces are upgraded. Dihomag's got, not Dihomag, Constantine's got, I think it's about 4 cataphracts, 4 or 5 cataphracts, a bunch of archers, some peltists, probably as a peeler shield, and a group of phalanx pikemen, about 6 of them. Let's have a look, see what's going on between these two. Can't really tell. I think it's probably just royal pikemen, gold, Cretans gold attack, and probably gold companions somewhere for him. Yep, pretty much that's my guess. The general basic Macedonian style army. And this guy's got, wonderfully enough, he didn't use urbans by the looks of it. He's just got legionary cohorts. I can't really see much more than that though. Probably about 6 of those. 5 or 6 of them, about 5 or so archers, and probably Praetorian cav or legionary cav maybe, depending. So I'm going to hang to the forest. I've also got 3 units of gold attack chosen archer warband. Actually no upgrades on them, sorry, forgot about that guys. I'm a bit all over the place. So I'm going to triple speed along here a bit. So basically I'm going to charge my infantry in, and normally a charge and a war cry from these dudes will break even Roman infantry. I was pretty confident with my upgrades I would break through here. I was wrong. You will see that it doesn't do anything. Even though I thunder right in with a full charge. I've done it many times before, but I'm thinking my only mistake was that these fanatics slowed me down or something because I didn't get destroyed. And this is what really annoyed me. I told these dudes to charge, but look what's happened. 3 of them have charged in, and the rest of them sat on their ass and did nothing, and they instantly rout. I was like fuming at the time. My cav, I was told them to run by, they got caught. Another thing that irritated me. I tell them to run away, what do? They run through them, and then, it was just really annoying. So most of this unit of axemen over here, it beats down these urbans really well until it gets outflanked. But they just chain route, and I was like, oh well, that's basically the end of me. But you're going to see a real bad performance of overpoweredness in the moment. I bring in 2 units of bronze berserkers, and you will watch these 2 units of bronze berserkers basically destroy all this Roman infantry. I'm not kidding. Talk about unbalanced. So here I come with my cav, and I'm going to hammer an anvil over here. Basically I'm just going to try and smash this side apart. I usually don't like berserkers, but against the urban cohort I will allow 2 with limited upgrades usually. I'm very glad I brought them this time, but I think it's just ridiculous how well they do. Also all this time I'll be firing into their backs with archers and hammer and anviling them and all sorts. But my chosen axeman just epically failed. But you can see that these 2 units of berserkers will just do so much damage. They're just a unit that is just so overpowered, it's not funny. But I do a lot of hammer and anvil strikes and surrounding on him while he's received a whole lot of arrows. So I do quite a bit of damage there. But if you look, they're just these Roman infantry just flying around the field. And there's just a few berserkers in here. There's many a time I've seen it done. And here I come in with another strike with my naked fanatics just for laugh. And I'm going to come in with my Gothic cav again. I'm going to bash down this Roman as best I can. His backs are completely turned though, and my arrows are coming in. So these berserkers are still in it, believe it or not. Pretty insane, wouldn't you say? That 2 units could do that kind of damage. So basically this battle showed you the ridiculous several annoyances, like the overpoweredness of urbans here where they just knocked back my men like right away, and then the absolutely absurdness of berserkers where they pulverized a great deal of this army. But you will see a few glitches. If you saw that one before, I charged my men, but like 3 or 4 men in the front charged and the others just sat there, and that ensured that that unit would die, and I was really annoyed at that. So my berserkers are dead now, but as you can see there's an enormous pool of Roman bodies there now because of them, and his men are getting shot to crap by my archers. So I've more or less defeated Adolf, or I shouldn't say that, with Hitler as he's called himself, with his own people, Germany. But then again, Hitler was Austrian. If you don't believe me, you can look that up, he actually was Austrian. But I've pretty much defeated him with a combination of berserker overpoweredness, hammer and anvil strikes, and archers in the rear, in the flank. And my naked fanatics are back for more. I'll see if these 2 dudes can take duel here, naked man versus general. So I'm going to come over for more charges, and a few of them are in testudo, so I'm going to try and capitalise, and I'll charge in. I don't think I had a lot of success though. So that's basically that fight pretty much over. Pretty close fight, but I'm pretty certain I won it. Sometimes triple speed it here, guys, and there we go, hammer and anvil again. All the while they are receiving arrows in their back. So he's going to have some peeler here though. So my peeler did pay, my naked fanatics did pay off, because if he'd used his peeler it would have been a lot worse. And a few more dead Romans to another cavalry assault. Here I come in with some more. I wasn't so keen about having to rely on my cavalry here in the forest. The reason though I suspect this Roman army did so well is because he had so many of these moral boosting first cohort units, which I fear were the reason for my difficulties. So I'm going to use my chosen archers to support now. Still got some cav left, and these legionnaires are getting beaten down while my guys are still warmed up. So here comes in another one. He goes flying. The German general knows how to fight. So this is one of those real close fights. I had more upgrades obviously, but he had a lot more men, so it's pretty even, I guess. But as you can see, his men finally fully rout, and I'm the winner of this battle. And Constantine really just sat there and let it happen. I'm not quite sure why he did that, because it is scored and you need points. But as it appears, Dihomag has beaten the Julli player, who went with Praetorian Cav, I think, and he's beaten him quite well. He probably was going uphill in the forest, but I mean, legionary cohort and royal pikemen, I believe them to be even. Done many a test with them, and you can go either way with them, just depending. If legionnaires get peeler off, they'll win. But if you go in for a one-on-one and don't use peeler, or if you can avoid getting the peeler as the Macedonians, it's a pretty even sort of fight. It goes down to the wire. So I decide to withdraw my men. I realise I'm not going to be beating anyone else, so I'm going to flee. Deprive anyone of taking my kills, so that I have a greater chance of winning. So I'm going to triple speed, guys, because this just goes on for a long time. So just sort of skip ahead if you want towards Constantine and Dihomag's fight, if you want to. But it's always a viable strategy to withdraw like this in a free-for-all, just so you might increase your own chances with whatever kills you've got, to deprive another person of killing your weakened forces. So if you look at this battlefield, a lot of dead Romans, but most of my army's in here too, particularly on this side, where they routed very quickly, which is annoying. But all in all, more Romans, and a lot of Romans up here too. With a few of my men tossed in there as well. But basically that shows you that, chosen axemen are usually very good at killing urbans. But for some reason they didn't properly engage and they got wasted. But 2 units of like bronze berserkers just destroyed so many. And in conjunction with Gothic cavalry, it worked very well. So I'm nearly off the field. I'm just obviously getting out of there. I don't want my men getting caught, like I said. And these two will position themselves. And Dihomag's going up for the hill. And Constantine, I believe, got these cavalry here. And these Triarii, I believe. I did a bit of I noticed in one of my other battles I did, the pre-Marian Roman units have like a more rounded scutum shield. It like rounds off on the corners, whereas the legionnaires or post-Marian units have a square, really square-shaped edges. It's just, I think that's probably just some variations in scutum shield design. I noticed it though the other day when I was playing. So that's kind of a cool addition there. So Dihomag's going to take his spot on this hill basically, and hopefully he can inflict some damage on these Seleucids. So let's just slow down. He should actually be able to do a lot of damage, because phalanx pikemen are in no way a match for royal pikemen. They're going uphill and they have less upgrades. They're only concerned with cataphracts, obviously. But Dihomag probably could have destroyed these pikes, but he would have lost to the what do you call it, the cataphracts. No doubt these cataphracts are pretty tired though. But he's not confident he can do that, and these cataphracts are just going to harass him for a while. And he's bringing these peltasts forward. Peltasts are kind of cool. It'd be cool if you could find more uses for them. I hope they make them better in Rome too, just to add some more variety and uses to armies, basically. There's just certain things I'd like done in Rome too that are not in this. Like perhaps some, maybe even unit capping to a certain extent, just to make sure overpowered units don't get used all the time. And like maybe like if you go into like multiplayer and you set the rules, you can have like a thing where you like set all the rules, and if someone doesn't follow them, it like, you know, won't let them play until they make their army consistent to the rules you set or something. That'd be quite cool. Make sure you get no one who's breaking rules and stuff when you're playing. But in the later games I've noticed, I'm not too familiar with Shogun 2 though, I don't know if it does it in Shogun 2, but like Empire, Total War, Napoleon stuff, I don't think there's any free-for-all system. In Medieval it only had a maximum of like 4 players in a free-for-all, I think, Medieval 2, and they really need to make sure they bring back the system that's in this Rome, you know, 8 full players in a free-for-all. That's just awesome. I hope they certainly bring that back. So anyway, Dihomeg's trying to catch out these cataphracts, but he's not having much of a show. A lot of these royal pikemen are flying. As of late, I've done a few battles against opponents of cataphracts. I've found them destroying me so much of late. Usually I can deal with them pretty much okay, but of late it hasn't been too flash. But as you can see, Dihomeg's just not going to be able to do it now. Not these cataphracts right in this grill, with these dudes right in the back. Battle's more or less over. His back's all turned here, so these archers could in turn do a significant amount of damage. And they might just do so. It appears that the Seleucid is charging up the hill some more. Don't really know what to say, guys. There's not a lot happening. Just a lot of sort of bandying. He's chasing after these cataphracts. I wouldn't probably waste my time. He knows he's beaten though, but he probably should just go for one all-out final battle and just hope he can hold on. So I'm just on triple speed, guys, because this goes on for quite a while, I think. Here he goes. These cataphracts are going to hammer him in from 2 sides. This isn't going to go too flash for these cataphracts, so he hasn't brought in his pikes in support. So the Homeg Royal Pikemen will certainly destroy a great deal of these cataphracts. But they are getting surrounded, and these phalanx pikemen are pretty exhausted from climbing up that hill. But a lot of cataphracts are going to die here, probably far more than was necessary. And as you can see, there's a lot of dead cataphracts there. But there's a lot of dead royal pikemen too, so that's a testament to cataphracts' power if they can attack from multiple sides on a phalanx unit. So Dihomeg's army is going to rout, and I'm just going to triple speed to the end, guys. He's going to mop him up, what's left of him. So Constantine will again be the last man standing, but whether he is the one with enough kills is what matters. So I don't understand why people like sit in a particular part of the field and just stay there and then fight later on. And it's a scored game. You really need to get moving fast, because if you don't, you probably won't have enough kills. Some people wait and time it so they can pick out a routing army and then the surviving of that battle, and then face someone else, and they can do it then. But it doesn't always work. So he's just chasing this one royal pikeman down here. But it's just about to come to an end. And it's a defeat. This seems to be a continuous thing. I keep getting second. I keep coming like really close, but not winning. I come really close, but just not quite there, eh? So I had 501 men. I had the least amount of men. I had 514 kills and 160 men remaining, because I managed to withdraw some, which was a good idea. Dihomeg, he was the winner this time, so good on him. He had 574 men, 684 kills and 100 men remaining. His opponent, General Down W, Caesar, LDR, SOA clan, I'm not sure. That clan tags really do seem very weird at times. He got 650 men deployed, 224 kills and 51 men remaining. Constantine, he had 803 men, 526 kills and 699 men remaining. He probably could have won if he just moved into battle a bit faster. And Hitler had 750 men deployed, he got 343 kills and he had 18 men remaining. So there's my statistics. A couple of my Gothic cavalry, one of them that got caught there, I don't know why, I did not tell it to do what it did, but it got caught, got pretty banged up. But the rest of them, they did good, particularly these two, the general and the last one there. My chosen axemen, they didn't do bad, a couple of them, but they didn't do as good as I would have liked them to, particularly this unit that just routed. That was a unit that only had half its men engaged. The Berserkers obviously got quite a lot of kills, but so did the chosen archers. So even the fanatics did alright, considering they had no upgrades. So that's my army, pretty good work there, but I do think Berserkers are a bit overpowered, but I kind of thought I'd just use them because against a whole lot of urbans you kind of need them, particularly when if you chose the Axemen don't perform like they did in this game. So anyway, good game to you four guys. I hope you all enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.